governance is really important. There's no one size fits all model for this. What we tend to do with clients is take the FT model, show them how we do it, and say, this is a really good starting point for you to adapt what you do to your particular needs, because it's highly unlikely that exactly what we do will suit you. That might be size, it might be maturity, it might be remit, it might be culture. To illustrate, what we have is a 3-layer system. So at the top, we've got the subs board, which is made up of really senior board members. What they do is they define the vision, they decide the tone for the year, they build capabilities. And then there's a middle layer, which we call the subs mission control group. This involves senior managers from all different departments. This is where cross-functionality is really important. As you go down the governance pyramid, you don't sort of split off into teams. You make sure there's that cross-functional piece going throughout. So this middle level is comprised of senior managers, and they define sub-outcomes. They're the ones who are practically working on the 12-month action plan, and they allocate resources and build the teams at the lower level. At the third level, you have what we call project teams. These are the people who are really our day-to-day. They're defining key hypotheses, they're running experiments, and trying to drive the maximum amount of insight from those that they can. It's really important that oversight flows down from the top there down to the bottom, but equally important, I'd say, and this really goes to both transparency and empowerment and all the other principles that underpin governance, is that information has to effectively flow back up the pyramid. The project teams, because they're the ones at the coalface, they're the ones who are going to have the most in-depth day-to-day knowledge about what is going on. Their responsibility is to propose new opportunity areas that then get passed up to the subs mission control group, who validate those hypotheses and experiments, and then they in turn turn those into new outcomes. Because remember that the North Star framework isn't just set in stone for 12 months, it's constantly living, breathing, evolving. So this middle layer takes that evidence they've seen from the lower level, turns them into new hypotheses and experiments, passes them up to the subs board, and they come up with new sub outcomes. It's really important that you obviously have that management down model, but also the empowerment to bubble all the best ideas back up and still being evidence based and turning those into ultimately outcomes that will drive your business goals.